Hi and welcome back to the part 2 of the demo, and starting from where we left, we just configured a tenant to sell computers and configured their website and also bought a product using a user from it. Now we are going to move forward and try to configure a store trying to sell computer science books. So I'm going to create a tenant, call myself CS book, register myself first, then try to log in. So initially there are no objects available to me. I have a set of basic workflows. My UI is empty. I'm going to start with configuring the data. So since I'll have users visiting my store, I'll need a user table to store user information. I'm going to have a user ID field, a field to store the email and the password too. And I'm going to make user ID as the primary key. Going here, I can see my user table getting created and the schema appearing over here. And I don't need to put any data manually to this object, because as and when users log in to my website, they are going to register themselves and populate the table automatically. But I need to have some books added to my catalog so that users can view them and buy them. So I'll create a new object, call it product, have a product ID, name, price, and an image, and make product ID as my primary key. So now I see it appearing in the list below, and this is the schema, and there is no data in it. But to add books to my catalog, I need to add some data to my product table. So I'm going to add a couple of books, product ID 1, and I'm going to pick up an image. The next book, I'll call it data structures 200, and pick up an image. And add a last book. So now I have configured the data for my store, and now I'm going to configure the workflow. In the previous part 1, I just selected all the workflows to show you how the application flows. This time I'm going to remove the cart workflow. So now while buying products, you won't have the option of add to cart. So I'll just go ahead and delete the workflow. Also, I showed you previously that we have a drop down in the UI while buying products where we can choose shipping vendors. So I'm going to remove one of the methods from it so that you don't get that option now, just to show the different behavior. Delete method. And these are the basic necessities, and I can't remove the login, registration, checkout, etc. So my workflow customization is done. Now I go to UI customization. Right now in the UI viewer I don't see anything since I have not configured anything. Going back to the customizer, Let me call my store as ES bookstore, and as a background image I'll add a link. Going to the viewer, I should be able to see it reflecting over here, so you can see the background image and the title appearing. And let me add one or two sidebar links. And add maybe a footer link. Lastly, I'll add the body pages. So I'm just going to pick it up from the predefined pages available to me and click on done. So going to a UI viewer, I can see my entire store being configured, the sidebar links, the footer, the body, etc. Having done that, now I'm going to act as a user and try to log into the store and buy some books. So I'm going to select the most recent org ID which I just created, click on user login, and now I can see the home page of the computer science bookstore. And I'll first need to register myself. So now I should be able to log in. As said before, since we removed the add to cart workflow itself, I don't see the add to cart buttons appearing. So I just see the buy now buttons appearing with the title, the image, and the price. So I can buy a book. So I'll just click on buy now. So this is the book which I just bought. It's in my cart. And also you would notice that in part 1 of the demo we had a choose shipping vendors Dropbox appearing over here. And since I removed that method while configuring the workflow methods, so you won't be seeing it now over here. Rest are the same. I can choose a coupon and apply. And another thing which I forgot to show you in part 1 was that some of the fields are validated. So if I don't enter the data and click on order now, I get error messages. So let me add some validator right now. Give a name, address, zip code, and click on order now. So my order has been placed and I was redirected back to the home screen, which is the products page, so that I can buy more products. So this brings us to the end of the two parts of the demo. Hope you like it. Thank you.